Tender Tenderay Beef. No other beef so fresh can be so tender. Presents Hearts in Harmony, transcribed. K is for Kroger. C is for cut. B is for beef. KCB means Kroger cut beef. And Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. Yes, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste. And the reason is this. Before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. Mind you, that's before the meat is weighed and priced, which means more meat for your money. And it's top U.S. government grades of beef. It's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Yes, in Kroger cut beef, you get a better value in top-grade beef. For example, take a specific cut of beef, say a Kroger cut chuck roast. Before the roast is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess waste and stringy meat. That means you get a better value because you get more solid meat, only a minimum of bone. Yes, you receive more meat, less waste, whether you buy a steak or roast. So visit your neighborhood Kroger store soon. Get Kroger cut beef. It gives you more meat for your money. And now, Hearts in Harmony. When Barry Carlton's mother told him that there was insanity in his family and that it would be unfair and a great injustice to Penny Gibbs if he were to marry her, he didn't tell Penny. Instead, he left for New York. And so today, with no knowledge of the heartache and sorrow that lies ahead of her, Penny can cheerfully help young Nora Williams with the breakfast dishes. Penny says,
"Oh, it's a beautiful morning, isn't it, Nora?"
Oh, Crickets is just super, Miss Gibbs. You should be outdoors instead of helping me with the dishes.
No, sir, I want to help you with them so they get done faster and we can both get outdoors.
I think I really will sit out in the backyard while I fix the vegetables for tonight.
I have some mending to do. I think I'll join you.
Good.
Oh, wouldn't it be nice if every day was like today and we could do almost everything outdoors?
Mm-hmm. At the farm, Daddy has a regular outdoor kitchen. It isn't in working order yet, but I think Freddie's going to fix it.
It could be a perfect day to work in an outdoor kitchen. I wonder if Barry'd like one in our house.
Oh, Crickets, they're just super, Miss Gibbs.
Super for what? Supper?
Hello, Freddie.
Hi. How's it go, Gibbsy? Oh, got a letter for you.
Oh, thank you.
And Nora, how's my going-to-be bride?
Gonna be?
Guess you try to back out of it.
It's a letter from Barry. Maybe he'll say when he's coming home.
Oh.
Well, he's been gone since the first part of the week, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Crickets, I hope he's here in time for the wedding.
I'm sure he will be, Nora.
Hey, what's the matter there, Gibbsy? You're opening that letter up like you were afraid to read what's in it.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there isn't very much in it. It's just a few lines. He's coming home tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's great.
Now we know he'll be here for the wedding.
Look, Crickets, as long as you and I are there, we don't care who is or who isn't. Hey there, Gibbsy, what's wrong? You know, there was something missing in that laugh of yours.
I don't think there was.
Maybe you're not as funny as you think you are, Freddie.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Oh, excuse me a minute, will you? I want to call Mrs. Carlton. Maybe she knows when Barry's getting in.
Oh,
Okay.
sure, Miss Gibbs.
You know, Nora, I knew that letter was from Barry when I brought it in, but I didn't know that it was going to make her nervous when she read it.
Cricket, she was nervous, wasn't she?
Yeah. Can't figure it either.
Or maybe we just imagined it.
Maybe. And maybe there's something we ought to know that we don't know.
Oh, Freddie, I'm sure nothing's wrong.
No, I don't think there is. But something isn't exactly right. Or...
Or what?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Why, what could be wrong? Why, Gibbsy and Barry have the neatest case of hearts and flowers that I've ever seen outside of us. And maybe their flowers are more expensive, but their hearts aren't any bigger.
Or fuller, Freddie. Oh, Freddie, just think it's only a few more days.
Yeah. Can you wait? Well, if you can, I've got the license and the ring, and I've got the address of the guy who makes you say I do, and we could make it today.
Oh, no, Freddie, that wouldn't be fair. So many people are planning so many things for us, we can't disappoint them.
Yeah, I know. I was just kidding. Oh, a few days won't matter much. At least the time is down to a few days. I remember when it was a couple of months.
I thought the time would never come.
Yeah, but it sure is here, isn't it? Well, almost.
No, I'm not sad or upset or worried about anything, or nervous about anything, Freddie. I'm just a little jittery inside. Maybe because I'm excited and so happy.
Well, you are happy. I don't have to ask if you are. I know it. Well, I can tell it in your eyes, Nora. And the way there's that little smile at the corners of your mouth. And you have got an awful nice mouth.
Do you have to be mousy about it? Go ahead. Oh, Freddie, darling.
Why am I wasting all this time on talking?
You go out in the backyard and see if Julie's all right. I have to finish the dishes.
You want me to help you?
Oh, no, thanks. Did you say that?
Yes, I said that, but now the offer's canceled, and I'm not going to say it again either.
Freddie.
I'm going out back and help Julie with the mud pie.
All right, but don't eat any.
Fine lot of faith you have in your husband. Wife.
Hey, you want some company on that swing up there?
Hello, Johnny.
You want some company?
Sure, come on up and join me. Swing's fine.
Yeah, so's the day. Ever see a prettier one?
What are you talking about, the weather or that girl down the street?
Well, so help me, I didn't even notice a girl down the street. I never look at redheads.
Well, how do you know she's a redhead?
Well, I did take a peek at her.
Oh, you got caught, didn't you?
Sit down.
Thanks. By the way, Barry won't be jealous when he sees you sitting in the swing with the best-looking man in town, will he? Or, is Barry still in New York?
He's still there, but he'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, glad to hear that. You've missed him, haven't you, Penny?
Mm-hmm. Been a little bit worried about him, too.
Well, what was there to worry about?
Oh, you know the female mind, Johnny.
Well, I should. I know a lot of females, and they all have a mind of a sort.
Of a sort with a rather active imagination. Sometimes more than a mild touch of suspicion, too.
Well, you were suspicious of Barry? What for?
I'm ashamed of myself for even thinking about it, but... Well, I guess I can admit it to you. But I certainly wouldn't to anyone else.
Admit what?
Well, I didn't tell you that Peg Martin disappeared, did I?
Well, she's at her mother's in New York, isn't she?
No, that's where she said she was going, but she wasn't there when I phoned. And, her claim that her mother was sick wasn't true either.
Uh-oh. And you think that Barry and Peg...
I know it's just the female mind working overtime, but Peg was attractive, and she and Barry did see a lot of each other. Johnny, if you must know the truth, I wouldn't blame Barry if he had run off with her. It would have all been her doing.
You think so?
Guess I didn't trust Peg as much as I tried to make myself believe I did. She was clever, and I knew that. And I kept an eye on her.
Well, when Freddie and I complained about her, you certainly took her part.
Only because you weren't telling me anything I didn't partially suspect. And I didn't want you and Freddie and the others to turn against her any more than you already had. Johnny, should I be ashamed for thinking there might have been something between Peg and Barry?
Why, no, not at all. Maybe you should be congratulated for seeing the truth, not getting too excited about it. You're grown up, Penny. You know, if more people understood human weaknesses and forgave them as you do, this might be a far happier and quieter world.
Mm-hmm. You mean that no one would ever get to hear the neighbors fighting, What a loss of entertainment.
When'd you give up the idea Barry might have left town to see Peg?
Oh, after a while, I just told myself it wasn't true.
Easy to convince, aren't you?
No. I had a long talk with myself for, quite a while.
Well, I'm glad you won your argument with yourself. It's, tough to lose those things. Well, with Barry back tomorrow, I guess the next time I see you to talk to, you'll be in a wedding dress, and all I'll get to say is best wishes.
Oh, I'll give you more time than that.
Do I get to kiss the bride?
You better not forget to. But don't you dare get in line twice.
I won't. I guess I've already had more than my share. I can remember the first one. The one thing I didn't want you to know was that I'd never kissed a girl before. You never did tell me how you know.
Well, because I'm sure a boy's had a little bit of experience with kisses. Doesn't look at his girl after he kisses her and say, boy, if that had only had jam on it.
I said that?
You said that.
It's amazing what you can say when you're unconscious,
Oh,
isn't it?
you fool.
Oh, those were great times, weren't they?
Yeah, I'm not sorry about them.
No, I'm not either. I'm just sorry we aren't as young as we were then. But then there's nothing we can do about that. Penny, when you're Mrs. Barry Carlton, you'll have as much fun as we used to have then, won't you?
I hope I will.
You won't let the importance of being Mrs. Barry Carlton get you down, will you? I know you won't, but I just want to hear you say it.
Oh, Johnny, I'd be thrilled just being Mrs. Barry Carlton, but I don't want to change anything but my name.
They'll try to change you, Penny. The Carltons and their friends.
They'll consider you an outsider until you conform to their ways. And their ways are far different from yours.
I'm not interested in having them accept me as long as Barry and his family accept me. And they do.
Do they? Will they? The uncles and the cousins and the aunts, the nieces and the nephews. Snobs, the whole lot of them.
Snobs don't frighten me. In fact, I kind of like them. Because a snob makes me realize how much more the honest, down-to-earth person has to offer. Makes me realize how thankful I am just to be me. I'm satisfied with me. Not pretending I'm somebody else or something else.
Mm-hmm. You know, Penny, behind that pretty forehead and under that waving hair, there's a mind. A mind too keen to be wasted on a beautiful woman. You know, a woman can get by on just beauty. A smile will get a person as much as an argument, but never a black eye.
You'd like me brainless, hmm?
No. No, I just like you.
Oh, Johnny.
Oh, don't go away, Penny. Don't be angry. I know someone else has you, and you know how I feel about it, honestly.
I know what you say.
What I say, I mean. And I mean it when I say I'm happy for you, Penny. And I'm going to be proud to say that I knew Mrs. Barry Carlton when. And that I was one of the people who said it was a good idea for her to marry Mr. Carlton. And that I still know them. And they're the finest, happiest, best couple in the world.
You're right about that, Johnny. We will be.
You bet you will. Let's swing again, huh?
Mm-hmm. Johnny. Oh, Johnny, I just had the strangest premonition.
About what?
I don't know. Suddenly I felt uneasy, unsettled.
Well, I hope it wasn't anything I said.
No, Johnny, no, it wasn't anything anyone said. Seems to be what Barry's going to say tomorrow.
How much should Penny fear what Barry Carlton will say to her tomorrow? Why did he go to New York? And what bearing does it have on Penny's future? Be sure to listen to the next dramatic episode of Hearts in Harmony. KCB. KCB. KCB means Kroger cut beef. And Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. That's right. Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste. Because before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. For example, if porterhouse steak is your favorite, you'll find that at Kroger's you don't pay steak price for stringy ends and waste. The Kroger method of cutting beef removes the long stringy end and excess waste before the steak is weighed and priced. But see for yourself by visiting your Kroger store. Notice that you get more meat, less waste, and it's top U.S. government grades of beef. Beef that's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Remember, whether you buy a steak or roast, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Yes, everybody's happy when you go to your neighborhood Kroger store for Kroger cut beef. Your family loves the deliciousness, the juicy flavor of Kroger beef. You love the way it cooks up so perfectly. And your pocketbook loves the fact that Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Get some without delay. Get Kroger cut beef and get more meat, less waste at your neighborhood Kroger store. Be sure to listen in tomorrow, same time, same station, for another absorbing transcribed chapter of Hearts in Harmony.